This little button over here, alerts, comes in handy. So you can create alerts for specific attendance patterns, and this will show you any that have been triggered recently. You can send it via email or SMS. You can customize what you will send. Maybe you only want to send it to grade 7 to 12. So connecting Orah to Veracross or Blackbaud is a super straightforward process. There's essentially two things to do. One is to turn on the integration itself. Going to the app directory, you can find your integrations. You can select Blackbaud if you're Blackbaud or Veracross. For Blackbaud customers, you get sent into the sign-in for Blackbaud. You sign in and authorize the connection. It'll ask you to authorize your specific school, authorize that connection, and that sends you right back to Orah, and where everything will get configured and set up from there. So you need to have obviously the appropriate permissions to connect an API connection. That may not be yourself. If it may be your IT person that will need to actually do the connection piece. Don't worry, once you sign up for the first time, or if you want to connect this, then the first time setup process will guide you through that and allow you to invite somebody else in if needs be. Here I've got my Blackbaud connection. We do need to bring in all these different kind of pieces of data to actually bring the insights dashboard together. But yeah, you can see the connection is there from the app directory under integrations. And then what you see then is attendance insights, which is basically once you've connected Blackbaud for the first time, you're going to get an insights dashboard like this. There's no setup or configuration in terms of this piece that you actually need to do. We designed this to be ready to go as soon as you just did the connections. If you think I'm hiding a whole bunch of steps, no, it really is that simple. You can also see up there on the top right-hand side, it'll tell you when the most recent sync happened for Blackbaud in this case, so that you can see just how up to date your attendance data is as well. You can create alerts for specific attendance patterns, and this will show you any that have been triggered recently. You can customize what you will send. You can also send it to, maybe you only want to send it to grade 7 to 12, or I might send it to the advisor role, which links the student advisors to the students via that advisory relationship only. So you can use your different Blackbaud or Veracross data to create that linkage using user roles, which is slightly more advanced. So if I was starting off, probably what I would do, I'd be selecting specific staff initially, at least anyway, because then you can set up maybe an alert for grade 7, your attendance manager. So you could get started quite quickly by just selecting specific staff in Orah and get started that way. You can filter what relationship type that you actually want to use. Yes, in this case, we've turned off grandparents. I might want to have guardians switched on though, so just bringing in parents and guardian relationship types into everything. So that means that I'm pretty confident that if I do set up any attendance alerts, that I can do that just for those specific types. Yeah, so we work with some of the top schools around the world, so there are no questions that you'll be asking that we haven't already fielded in terms of data privacy. We have a page on our website which talks about where our data is held, how it's held, and that as well. As always, as you would expect, the school's data is the school's data, it's not our data. And when you sign with Orah, that's always made clear in our terms and conditions. You have control over what is sent across and what is stored. We started out trying to solve pain points for boarding schools, and our product capabilities have come from that place where you're looking after students 24/7 back to where we are today. So really Orah's focus is around looking after the student, that duty of care piece. As somebody mentioned to me a couple of years ago, it's always stuck in my mind, this idea of getting the student to the point where they're ready, willing, and able to learn. So they've got everything that they need. We've set them up for as much success as we can by looking after them physically and mentally. And where Orah plays a part is giving you the tools to support that.